Okay, so this is how I clean my SRS after each skirmish. Pop this first tab backwards, push it down, out comes the spring. So I take that out as well. Take off the dust shield, dust cover, trigger down to release the sear, pull that out, take your piston out. So I do a quick clean with the piston, especially around the rubber lips. Make sure that's tight and clean. Cylinder, I unscrew the cylinder, little wipe in the inside, good wipe on the outside, and then roll it up and try and get your finger in as well. That end, same with the other end, like that, and then we know the cylinder's all clean. Fresh bit of paper. Stuff it all in there, give that a good wipe all the way to the back. You see how dirty that is. Basically give it a good wipe all through there. Until your rag's coming out nice and clean. There we go. So that's all clean, ready to go again. So normally the night before, get yourself some of this WD-40 anti-friction dry PTFE lubricant. So first off, finger over the hop up, because you don't want any in the hop up. A generous spray in there, finger off the hop up. Cylinder, generous spray again, slide that into place. Remember to pull the trigger to get it past the sear, like so. I'll also put a tiny amount of silicone oil, just a blob, just along the top lip of the piston, or O-rings if you have O-rings, and then slide that into the piston, trigger to get it through, spring back into the buttstock, and then into the piston. So when you put it back in, you have to pull the trigger and get this bottom set in at the bottom first, up at the top, and then I turn it upside down, and then you'll hear the click of that front one, which means that won't go anywhere. That's then ready to go for game day. Okay, so another good tip, when you're between games and you've cleaned it all out nicely, I'll put that back in to there, don't put the piston back in. I leave the piston and the spring out and just put the end back on and leave it like that. So I usually put them back in the gun case for the time being. If you leave those in, especially if you just leave the piston in, basically it'll work its way back and then you won't be able to get the back end off. So you want to try and avoid doing that at all costs.